Hello, it's me, Mario. Woohoo! You watching GRTV, my favorite. Wahoo!
So I guess the first obvious question would be, how did the Linkin Park Medal of Honor thing happen?
I don't even know how it originally started. I mean, I think it's a pretty well-known fact that we're gamers, and we kind of have an interest in. I personally love first-person shooters. I mean, that's RPGs and first-person shooters are kind of my thing. Medal of Honor and EA were just a kind of an obvious partner. I mean. It's part of a bigger plan. We actually are doing some other things with EA in the future, so I hope our fans and EA fans can look forward to those in the coming months.
So what is, perhaps a silly question considering it's for the soundtrack, of course, but what does Medal of Honor and Linkin Park have in common? Very loaded question, I just realized, considering it's about the Afghanistan war. So you don't have to take it that far.
I would say that in the context of the record, one thing that I want people to know is that our new album is called 1,000 Suns, and it's, in this day and age, a lot of people are consuming music in little tiny bits. It's like all MP3s, like a single here and a single there. And I think whenever we feel like we are pressured to do one thing, we go the opposite direction. And we thought it was a good time to try and really make an album that's an album that you get the most out of it when you listen to it from beginning to end. So in the context of that, the Catalyst actually plays an important role. It's one of the more it's kind of where the conflict happens in the album. It's a more I don't want to say violent, but there is an element of danger in the song, clearly from the lyrics. And so when we were deciding, like I said, we've got different a relationship with EA where we're thinking about different games and different songs and things. And pairing this particular song, this moment in the journey of the album with the game, just seemed like a good pairing.
And of course, I guess 1,000 Suns is a reference also to nuclear weapons, considering that there's a movie called 1,000 Suns and so on.
It can be. That's definitely. I mean, but actually the truth is that it's a lyric in the Catalyst. It's in the middle of the song, and it was there before it was anywhere else. I mean, we didn't when I wrote that in, I didn't even. It wasn't because I was thinking of a particular movie or audio clip or quote or a book or whatever. I just we were doing this new technique called automatic writing. It's new to us. It's not a new technique at all. People, Rick Rubin told us about it because he had other artists and friends like Johnny Cash and Neil Young and Tom Petty who had used that technique in the studio. And we were having trouble writing lyrics on a certain song, and he said, try this. Basically, it's almost like free association, like letting lyrics just pour out, and you don't think too much about them. And that was one of the ways that grouping of words, 1,000 Suns, came out. And ever since it was in the song, we just kind of loved it. And then we found out all the other ways that it actually ties into other things, and that made it even more important to us.
So have you been playing the game at all?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of Medal of Honor fans out there who are really excited, what does it look like, and I don't even know what I can tell them. It's so it's awesome. I love it, and one thing that I really appreciate about it is not just playing the game, but meeting some of the people that developed the game. I think you always hope that the people have their hearts in the right places when they're doing these things. They put them together, especially one that's meant to be based in the actual stories of real people and things that are going on in the world. And these guys are able to be creative and create art that's fun to play, but also, it's important to them that the people that they're talking about, meaning the real Tier 1 soldiers, that they wanted to earn those guys respect, that the game developers wanted to earn the respect of the actual soldiers. And just the fact that they took that so seriously, I think really makes for a better game. It makes for a cooler experience on the whole.
What is it like for you guys to come to, obviously you've been, well known for quite a lot, very famous for quite a while now, and starting you of course done promotion for yourself and for other things for quite a lot of years. But how is it like to suddenly end up like at obviously we're at Gamescom, Germany?
This is it's a new experience for us in the sense that we don't come to the conventions. I mean, we're obviously intimately familiar with the like playing games and being online with other gamers, and I mean that's like second nature. You know, we grew up doing that. So this is like the corporate part of it, the corporate version that we hadn't gotten experience with, and it's cool. It's like sensory overload. You know, so many things, so many new titles, so many people promoting their stuff, and it's. I mean, we're I think more than anything, I'm personally I'm glad to be affiliated with something that's cool. You know, something. I mean, because we actually like the game, and that actually is an important part of any good collaboration of this type. That if it comes from the right place and it's honest, and you really do, and the band actually really does like the game, then that makes it a lot better. If you team up a band in a game that doesn't really fit and they don't care about one another, I think that's just fake. You know.
Well, you mentioned maybe that you'll be working together with EA in the future. Partnering with EA. How about Linkin Park? We met Mel B from ex Spice Girls fame. I mean, and she was doing a training game now. How about that? Linkin Park training game.
Linkin Park training game. Yeah, I think she's probably in much better shape than we are. So
she's in really good shape.
Yeah. I maybe we should be playing her training game then.
I need it for certain. But yeah, thank you for. Oh yeah, sorry. They're cutting me off just when I was about to say goodbye. I'm still in control. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pleasure meeting you.